Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. So yesterday, Blizzard announced their World of Warcraft eSports for 2019. Woo! Who cares? So they've got the Arena World Championship, which is the PvP, and they've also got the Mythic Dungeon International, taking over from the Mythic Dungeon Invitational. Still MDI. I think it's just to show a more reaching focus. And the post starts off, you know, fair enough as you would. It says how the esports are going to be structured and whatnot. Okay, a little bit about prize pool money as well. Lovely, lovely. Introducing the Mythic Dungeon International, an invitational no more. We're pleased to announce the Mythic Dungeon International for 2019, a seasonal competition that will showcase the world's best dungeon running teams. We've decided to update the name of the program in order to better reflect its increased scope and global reach. Okay, so popular stuff. So this stuff must be doing well. It's popular. They're showing about its expanding reach out there. Okay, right, yeah. This is how this is going to be structured. Okie dokie, what is this here? Right, it's the last paragraph, which suddenly gets rather interesting. New toys for me? I promise I won't break them this time. What's that from? Deconstructor. Olduar, I think. As both Arena and MDI grow, we want to give fans a chance to further support the programs. And have some fun along the way. Oh, okay. Soon, we will introduce 2 new in-game toys to our shop. Details to follow. A portion of the sale of these toys will contribute to the prize pools for both WoW eSport programs. These toys will go on sale in the spring, as the proceeds will contribute to the year's final LAN event prize pools for AWC and MDI. Those prize pools will be announced later this year. We can't wait to get things started. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Twitch and stuff, and bookmark that page. No, I won't. Okay, so let's just break this down a little bit. First of all, crowdfunding in esports is not something new. Okay, there are bigger companies that are using crowdfunding focuses on their esports. However, if I'm to kind of like go through what I think are the more major ones, you've got Riot with League of Legends, you've got Valve with Dota, and you've got Hi-Rez with Smite. One thing that all those three have in common is that they're MOBAs. Another thing they all have in common is they're all free to play. They generate their money for the game through things like skin purchases, etc., or the boxes that they sell, blah, blah, blah. And when you've got a free-to-play model, of course you've got to generate revenue somehow. However, the World of Warcraft is not a free-to-play game. It is a game that has multiple sources of revenue for it. Number one, it's a game that you have to purchase. You have to purchase the expansions as they come out, and I know now they do like a bigger battle pass or whatever, so when you buy the current expansion, I think you get all the others now, so they got rid of that. But let's just be honest, you know, you've bought Vanilla, you've bought Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, you've bought them all individual up to now, so it's too late. So this is only going to really benefit new players, which they probably aren't even getting into the game. Let's just be honest now. So you have to purchase the expansions, and also there is a monthly subscription fee. Not only that, they have a pretty damn egregious cash shop as well for mounts and pets, stuff which should be in the game and isn't in the game. And that's not just criticism of WoW, it's criticism of Final Fantasy as well, but at least with Final Fantasy, they actually have stuff in the game to do. And so you kind of don't feel so bad because you're not leaning on stuff. But with WoW, it's, you know, it really feels with like 20 odd mounts being on the store and numerous pets that it is stuff, it is rewards which has been taken out for things which could be done in the game. But that's by the by. And on top of that, they also have their ridiculously overpriced, because it is overpriced, and I'll go into why, live services, race changes, faction changes, all that kind of stuff, name changes, because all those things are given free on the PTR. And you can just change it all at the click of a button. And that's how the system works in-game. So when you're doing it on the PTR and it's just like click done, done, that is how it happens in-game. So, you know, your £25 or whatever it is to change faction or server, whatever. It's such an easy thing for them to actually do. It involves, so the vast majority of that money, and when I say vast majority, probably £24.99 out of the 25 is actually going to be profit for them. So this is a game that isn't free to play and has guaranteed income. And guaranteed income, of course, is the income for the sale of the expansions and also for the subscriptions that they get every single month. And they will be aware of the number of players that they have who are subscribed, so they've got a good idea of guaranteed income. Whereas with a free-to-play game, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. You can project, sure. You can have a guess, sure. But there's no guarantee. Now, what is also very interesting is Riot, who didn't start crowdfunding to around about 2016, I think it was, even they said with League of Legends that they resisted crowdfunding because it felt like begging. Those were the actual words. Felt like begging. And this is, again, a free-to-play game. Obviously, they do make good money and they do make good profit. And they had used that money up to date to host these tournaments that they have, etc. And then they brought in the Champions skins, I believe, in 2016. And I think 25% of the revenue that was generated from the Champions skins went towards the esports, etc., etc. But you can kind of understand that, and I do understand that, and I certainly understand crowdfunding for smaller smaller games and smaller competitions, because they are really and legitimately done for the fans. You know, they are legitimately done for the fans. You know, so if there's a smaller game out there and they want to have an esport competition, does have a cult following, and they don't have the cash generation to put on, you know, something special or something big, then yeah, they can use crowdfunding and put on a small tournament in their, you know, local town hall or whatever it may be. But the community would really appreciate that. You know, the community would gravitate towards that they could see some competitive stuff for their games. World of Warcraft, it's a different kettle of fish. Not a free-to-play game, a game that is highly profitable, and also a game that has recently shut down one of its esports. They've shut down the Heroes of the Storm eSports. So if you think about the money that they would have saved from that generation of esport, and that money could have been funneled into this to compensate. So I'm just going to break this down a little bit more, because I personally just think this is very exploitative by Blizzard. We know from Activision that they're cost-cutting. We know that they're wanting to put out games quicker with less cost, to try and maximize profits for shareholders, because when you have a shareholder-based system which is non-sustainable, you've just got to go till your whole company implodes. And Activision are doing a very good job right now of trying to make their company implode. And it's just the manipulative language that's used here. We want to give fans a chance to further support the program. Oh, get real. You know, this is, again, it's a way for you to cost cut and to offset this cost cutting by exploiting your customer base. Something you have no problem in doing and no conscience in doing. And also, have some fun along the way. What, a couple of microtransactions? Oh, get real. And then what also here is a portion of the sale of these toys will contribute towards the prize pools. Now, like I said, I think 25% of the champion skins in LoL went to the prize pools and such. But as again mentioned, that is a free-to-play game. Free-to-play game. And so that 25% would actually be substantial. But again, WoW has guaranteed income, guaranteed money, expansions, paid expansions, and subscriptions. And then it's got optionals, which again are the live services and the cash shop. So this isn't a free-to-play game. I have to constantly stress that because it is very, very different indeed. And what portion? What portion? I mean, if, let's just say for argument's sake, right? If Blizzard really wanted to use crowdfunding as a way to boost up the prize pool for the competitors, to make it really worthwhile, and to hopefully attract the attention of esports celebs to come in to these sort of competitions, because good money could be earned here. When you have a game that you do have guaranteed income off, then you would, I would think, ethically, if you wanted to do a microtransaction element to raise up the price pool, give the full amount of the sale to the competition. Give the full amount. But no, when Blizzard put here a portion of the sale, you can't help but think, again, it's just another way that they've determined to profiteer from this situation. I personally don't like it. I personally think it stinks to high heaven. I really do. I think it's done in bad faith. I think it's done to exploit the customer base once more. Again, it's pushing the idea of microtransactions, which again stinks on a game which you purchase and pay a subscription fee for. And this, unfortunately, is Blizzard Entertainment and Activision Blizzard in 2019. Well, 2019, 2018. They are now over trying to hide these things, I think. I think it's just all-out egregious money grabs until the whole thing just blows up. But yeah, I'd be interested to see what your thoughts and feelings are. It doesn't sit right with me at all. Like I said, I think it's done for the wrong reasons. I think it's manipulative. I think it's exploitative. And yeah, they've already axed esports, and now they're wanting to take money off you to put them on, which to me feels again like emotional blackmail to the community. If you want to see these competitions continue, pony up money. Pony up money. Or, oh no, there could be another esport gone next, and it would be your fault, not ours. We tried to make money. I don't like it at all. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links, they're in the description box down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.